Hello, I'm Dan Foley with PHC News. I'm here at the 2015 AHR Expo in Chicago. I'm here with John Colson with Watts and Irvin Cash with AERCO. John, I know Watts for many years is a manufacturer of hydronic valves and specialties, and I know AERCO is a manufacturer of boilers. What brought you two together?
Yeah, I think when we started to take a look at a lot of the components that we sold components. We were attempting to sell a lot of systems, but we were looking for a partner, a well-established, well-respected partner in the industry. And what led us to AERCO were all those attributes.
Irvin, what are your thoughts on that?
We're really happy to be a Watts water technology company. We've always appreciated the high quality and representation and the reliability of Watts technology. And when we look around the industry, we also were looking for a partner to help us take it to the next level. We have very common markets. We think there's a lot of synergies in terms of how we go to market. And by the time you put together the sourcing opportunities and relationship power, we think it's a great marriage.
And how long has this marriage been together? When did this happen?
I think the official closing was December 1st, but to be honest, from early November, we were hoping everything would be put together, when we've been working hard together ever since.
So you're just getting out of the gates, but I see a lot of exciting future for you two.
Yeah, absolutely. We've already had our teams together and have looked at both top line and bottom line ways to lever the value in the organization. And frankly, the more we work together, the more we understand how big the opportunity is. Maybe even bigger than we first started talking, John.
Absolutely. I mean, we're taking a look at products, we're looking at common channel markets, we're taking a look at relationships, which are big. We go through wholesale, there's relationships with architect engineers as well as mechanical contractors. So however we can leverage those relationships, we're looking at that to benefit both parties.
Well, it sounds like you both bring strengths to the table that you can both build on and make a strong company.
Absolutely.
Well, I see a lot of exciting products here in the booth. Let's take a look at them. What do you say?
Let's do that.
Let's do it. Hello, Dan Foley. I'm back at the AERCO booth. I'm here with Harold Krebs. Harold, I want to see some of those great products you have, but before we do that, you mentioned the contractor program you put together. Can you talk to me about that?
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Last year in 2014, AERCO rolled out what we call the AERCO Advantage program. We know that there's a lot of requirements that contractors need locally, especially training on both design, installation, startup, and maintenance on our equipment. So we've deployed several different training trailers out direct to contractors where we can now train contractors at their locations on how to install, operate, and service a lot of our systems and a lot of our products.
Well, Harold, one thing I've learned as a contractor is we're in business together. When I'm successful, you're successful.
Absolutely.
And if you can support me, my employees, to learn how to put your products in properly, safely, and quickly, we're better off. You as a manufacturer is better off. Is that your goal here?
Absolutely, and it's not just products, but it's how it's installed as well as some of the accessories and packaging and piping that goes along with it. The more we can take a lot of variance out of field installation and bring that back to a factory to make sure things are installed properly and give contractors the right training, we feel that just makes happy customers for you and good business for us.
Well, I think you're wise to support your contractor partners.
Absolutely.
Let's look at one of these boilers you have right behind us.
Sure.
So, Harold, tell me about this boiler you have here. This is a unique product. I see you got 4 burners. I see 4 heat exchangers. What is this?
Yeah, so Dan, this is a great example of a more complete solution for both heating and domestic hot water. This is our AM product, and the AM product is a product that goes from all the way down from 399,000 BTUs up to 1 million BTUs. And that capacity is adjusted based on the number of modules. We call it the actual advanced modular design. And as you can see in the back here, we've even incorporated a limited amount of thermal buffer or storage to make sure that we can offer a complete domestic water solution. And then without that storage tank, it can also be used as a hydronic boiler solution.
So Harold, I see this all skid mounted and piped. Is this field piped or this is piped in your factory?
No, this all comes factory assembled. So again, taking field variation about how units are installed to make sure they're installed properly. It just makes it a lot easier on contractors to make sure that they know what they're getting is completely and high quality directly from the manufacturer.
Well, Harold, that's music to my ears. As a contractor, field labor is what kills us on job costing. So as much as can be done either in the shop or in your factory and put into the field as one skid mounted package, that saves me man hours, which equates to dollars, which equates to money in the bank. Also, it makes each job the same. We don't have each technician piping it their own way. It's all piped the same, so it makes replication easy.
Exactly. There's a lot of efficiencies with respect to cost and also a lot of efficiencies with respect to time. When you have a commercial building that's down on hot water and you need something quick, This really saves a lot of installation time to make sure that you can get your customers back in hot water quickly.
Makes it easy to service and maintain as well because it's the same on every job.
Absolutely.
How about these burners here? Are these modulating burners? What do we have here?
Yeah, so each of these burners, in the 1 million series, this is actually 4 modulating burners. Each one has a 5-to-1 turn down. So this extremely high turn down actually allows this product to operate with a much less or smaller storage tank than some of our competition. And the unique aspect of this, if you're in a facility or building that has to have hot water, things like hotels, multifamily housing, if you do have a failure on each one of these components, it actually has built-in redundancy. So if this burner or gas valve fails, the other 3 can keep operating and literally keep your customers in hot water.
So you have almost quadruple redundancy.
Absolutely.
4 burners would have to fail before you'd have no heat or no hot water.
Right, so the million BTU has 4, and even the smallest, the 399,000 BTU, has 2 burners and 2 coils.
Harold, how about control for this? Do I require an external control, or is there a control built right into this?
So the control is built right in to operate a single unit, but you can operate up to 8 units, and again, it's an AERCO supplied control panel that could operate up to 8 units, sequencing them to meet a building's demand for hot water.
Or for heat, for that matter.
Or for heat, exactly.
Great, this looks like something I need to try out.
Absolutely.
What else are you going to show me over here?
We'd love to show you some of our other products. In fact, one unique product that we introduced that really is a direct replacement for one of the first commercial tankless hot water heaters that AERCO's been building for the last 25 years.
Sounds interesting. Let's go have a look. I'm back with Harold Krebs at the AERCO booth. Harold, this is a unique product. I've not seen this before. Is this a water heater, boiler? What is this?
Yeah, actually this is a unique product, Dan. This is called the AERCO Recon 1000. We make this available in 2 sizes, a 500 and a 1000. And this is a direct replacement for a unique water heater that AERCO's been manufacturing for 25 years, called the KC1000. KC1000 was the first commercially viable tankless water heater in the US market. And we just introduced the Recon with a lot of upgraded features to be able to go into facilities and replace over 4,000 of those existing KC1000s that have been in existence since 1987.
So would you be able to use, for example, the same venting system, the same gas connection, electrical, inlet, outlet?
Exactly. You wouldn't have to make any changes to the venting, the water connections, the gas connections, or the electrical connections. And this makes an easy plug-and-play product for that very popular KC1000 tankless water heater.
Well, if you've been making it for 25 years, you've got a lot of them out there, and they're going to start needing to be replaced. This is the product that'll plug right in.
Absolutely. Again, this is a product that we're taking out to the field, getting contractors trained, giving them hot leads on where the existing KC1000s are, and really giving them opportunities to offer customers an upgraded version of that product known as the KC1000.
Harold, I've never heard of a tankless water heater this size. Can I see the heat exchanger? I want to see what it's made out of.
Yeah, absolutely. Be happy to show you.
Let's go over and take a look. So Harold, this is the heat exchanger that's in that water heater you just showed me, the Recon water heater. I've never seen a heat exchanger quite like this. Is this a fire tube, water tube? This is a very unique design. Tell me about it.
Yeah, so this heat exchanger is unique to both the Recon and the AERCO innovation. And this is a fire tube stainless steel heat exchanger. Actually offers one of the longest warranties in the industry, a 10-year warranty on the heat exchanger in domestic water applications. This is also a stainless steel shell, so combustion gases are inside those tubes and the hot water is on the outside of those tubes. And we always keep a limited amount of water circulating so we make sure that we don't build any scale in an open domestic hot water loop.
Well, Harold, in my market, Washington, D.C. area, we have real hard water. Tanks scale up quickly. What's going to prevent this from scaling up?
Absolutely. So again, with the built-in pump and this built-in baffle, we make sure that we keep minimum velocities over the water side of these fire tubes so that we don't build up any scale, even in some of the harshest environments like Washington, D.C.
Sure, and as I touch this heat exchanger, these are flexible. These fire tubes are flexible.
Absolutely.
So they'll flex and keep the scale off.
They flex, and that also gives it the ability to be long-lasting even in some of the harshest thermal stress environments. Because when doing tankless water heating, we're always bringing fresh cold water makeup right into the heat exchanger. So this heat exchanger could see low temperatures as low as 35 degrees, and on the combustion side can see temperatures as high as 1500 degrees.
Well, I can tell you as a contractor, a 10-year warranty on the domestic water side, that's unheard of.
Yeah, it's about triple of any warranty of most of the other commercial hot water heater manufacturers.
Good stuff, I like it. What else are we going to look at?
I think we can look at another water heater application solution, and that's our indirect product called Smart Plate.
Let's go. Harold, I'm a contractor, so I love piping, valves, fittings, nice workmanship. Looks great. What is it?
Yeah, Dan, well, this is a perfect example of where we can take some opportunities and advantages of some of the synergies between AERCO and Watts. This is a complete package solution of both the heating system as well as domestic hot water. This is a condensing boiler system combined with a indirect, what we call smart plate packaged water heater. And you can see some of the accessories between the boiler and the water heater and the piping even have some of the Watts components. So now looking at the partnership and ownership of AERCO by Watts, we'll be able to offer more complete package solutions, again, to take a lot of variability out of what needs to be installed from a heating and hot water application.
So all this is factory piped, skid mounted and shipped, and then put together on site with unions?
Absolutely. We can factory pipe this, skid mount it, put some controls on it, and make sure that we get, again, less variability of how units get installed while delivering high quality installations to our customers.
Harold, what would be an application for a product like this? Would it be like an apartment house, school? Where would you use something like this?
Yeah, again, this would be utilized in K through 12, a lot of lodging applications where they have needs for heat as well as high demands for hot water. University dorm rooms, so any major commercial application that needs heat combined with hot water, this would be applicable for.
And I don't see a storage tank for the hot water. You don't use a storage tank. You use the heat exchanger and then controls with a three-way valve to modulate. Is that how you're doing this?
Right. Most of our water heaters are designed to operate without domestic water storage tanks. However, in some applications where there's a minimum amount of piping between a boiler and in this case a water heater, we sometimes add some thermal buffer to make sure that the boiler can respond to the high diversification of a domestic hot water system.
And are these custom fabricated per the application, or do you have certain templates that you use for this?
Yeah, we certainly make certain templates for certain applications, especially right now in the lodging industry. So some of the light lodging, the select stay lodging hotels, this would be perfect where there's a need for heat as well as a high demand for domestic hot water. But in many applications, calling it to AERCO, either our representative or applications department, we can customize these type of packages for just about any heating and combined domestic hot water application.
Well, I can't wait to find the application for one of these so I can give it a try.
Well, we can't wait to work with you.
Let's do it.
All right.
To conclude at the AERCO booth with Harold Krebs. Harold, looks like you got some kind of industrial energy recovery application. Can you tell me more about this?
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. In 2015, AERCO is introducing what we call an ORC unit, or an organic Rankine cycle unit. And this is a unit that can be delivered by AERCO that we're testing actually at our facility that takes wasted heat or a heat source and sends that through some unique system, including an expander, and can generate electrical energy out of wasted heat source. Again, really AERCO being one of the first to introduce this type of technology into the U.S. to recover some of the waste heat to produce electrical energy.
And Harold, where are you getting, what is the source of this waste heat?
The source of this waste heat can come from a lot of industrial processes, even geothermal processes, even some of the exhaust of some large boiler plants. And since AERCO is in the boiler application business and solutions provider, we want to give a more complete solution to really get involved in some of the heat recovery applications and opportunities that exist.
So as you're testing your boilers on site, you're taking that waste heat, running it through this and generating electricity.
Absolutely. It can be anything from exhaust gases or even some of the waste water that we produce in the form of hot water.
Wow, it sounds like you guys are on the cutting edge of innovation here.
Yeah, we're very excited about this, and I think it's the right thing to do for an environment that we all want to maintain in the future.
Harold, I enjoyed seeing all your new products. Thank you
Dan.
so much.
Okay.